cut to the chase. This is a brief clip from the YoJoe Show Podcast, where we dive into everything: politics, tech, aviation, space, science, health, and medicine. Stick around for conversation that clips right to what matters.
Bringing people together is an important endeavor. And here's an example of a group that is conducting an experiment basically to do that. And I'm looking forward to seeing just how it all turns out. It's been covered by several media organizations. Let's take a look.
The conversations went from Waymos and Cybertrucks.
Yeah, it's a Cybertruck just drove by. What do you think of those?
To political parties.
On the phone it says call a Republican. Do you consider yourself a staunch Republican?
To current events.
So what do you think about what's going on in Minneapolis right now?
The biotech company Matter Neuroscience is behind a new payphone outside of Black Serum Tattoo on Valencia Street in San Francisco's Mission District. But this phone only calls one number, and on the other line is a stranger in Abilene, Texas. It's an effort to connect people across the political spectrum. So when you pick up the phone, it does say that your conversation is being recorded and that this is part of an experiment.
I think our thesis is that humans are pretty awesome, and if given the opportunity, we'll really look to find common ground, because biologically that actually gives us a lot more happiness.
Matt Bloom, who tried it in San Francisco, agrees.
I think people are just trying to get through the day, relate to each other, and have a good life.
In Abilene, the phone is in front of 7 and 1 Books. I talked to the owner.
People are excited. I think the opportunity to have civil discourse in a time where there's so much polarization is important for people.
This father and son told us about their experience.
Not really anything political, really, but just it was kind of interesting to just see what's going on over there right now.
I think it's amazing and great. I think it should be replicated and more of them all over the place.
The company may be doing just that and expanding to other cities.
So when I was a kid, there was something called a party line, where you could go and literally to a payphone and you'd never know who you'd wind up speaking to.
Or there's an app, Omagale or something that people use, where you just chat to random people all over the world and stuff like that. Yeah.
Exactly, very similar. And listen, I think anything that brings people together is great, and I think that's a terrific effort. And again, we'll look forward to seeing what the ultimate answer is. We talked about different parts of the world, even like Greenland. Every part of the world is a little different, and how they get their fun, it may be a little different than how we do. But in the end, everybody wants to have a laugh and everybody wants to have fun. Would you agree with that?
100%. Although maybe some depressed people really don't like fun, but most of us do.
They do, apparently in the Alps they do, because this is what they do in the Alps for fun. Let's take a look. So this wouldn't work in maybe some staunch Muslim countries, but nevertheless, in many parts of the world, we could certainly bring more peace and harmony if we had as much fun as they appear to be having. But meanwhile, we're the northeastern United States right now, as we record this, is being affected by a massive snowstorm. A little, not as bad in some areas as could have been, but still pretty bad. There's over 1 million people without power at this moment right now.
I was just outside and it was 20 degrees, feels like 10 degrees. So
yeah, but having grown up in Canada, I just put things in perspective and recall, despite living in Florida and not having to deal with any of that right now, we do have an occasional thing we call hurricanes, which we have to worry about. But up north, there's a disaster every year called winter, but you can have some fun with it. That being said, given my upbringing, this is an example caught on camera of a police chase in a typical Canadian city. Here we go.
That's what happens on
a little
chain.
different than the police chases you see in Los Angeles, right? A lot of them
Yeah.
are perfect. Yeah, that's the problem when you get a lot of snow and sleet and ice. It does become problematic. Listen, with all the protests going on, I think sometimes you have to try to be positive with regards to these protests. All the signs and everything, sometimes it may just if you look at it differently than you at first glance, it might not be so bad. Here's one example of that.
Nice. So, where do you want to do this?
I mean,
And for our listeners, there was a female holding a sign that said "F the police," and the cop comes up and says, "Where do you want to do this?"
yeah, so when you see all these signs saying F ICE, maybe you just need to chuckle next time you do that and not feel so bad about it.
Probably are very horny old white ladies. Maybe that is really what they need.
Yeah, and listen, there was actually a video that was circulating around, all these videos of the protests and blocking law enforcement. Tennessee state troopers shared one of their videos, their dashcam videos. This was after a guy claimed that he was run over by a police car. Let's see the actual video.
Move! Get out of my way! Get out of my way! Move! 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 Get out! Come here!
I don't think that would hold up in court for being run over, do you think?
Yeah, he basically slid himself under the car.
Yeah, a little ridiculous. So, listen, ultimately, I think that, would you agree that honesty is the best policy?
Always.
Yeah, sometimes maybe.
In certain societies, it's worth cavitating that because there are certain societies where lying is almost like the default. And if you don't lie, you basically get in trouble for not lying, like in China or in Russia, just because the way that societies work. If you don't exaggerate or lie, you can get in trouble.
Yeah, maybe you should, if you have something to say to someone, you should say it in person, not on national television. Here's the Family Feud.
Here we go, fellas. We ask 100 married men between us, name something an ex-girlfriend was better at than your wife.
Oral sex!
And I think that was the first Family Feud that led to an immediate divorce. I don't know.
I wouldn't be surprised.
A little crazy. And we just had MLK Day. I personally do think that MLK Jr. did have
a real hero.
Yeah, real hero, did a lot of positive things to help the country as a whole and to bring it to where it is.
Unlike some others in those movements who chose violence, he really chose peace, and he also had a phenomenal moral compass. Huge respect to MLK Jr.
Yeah, and with that, a lot of people didn't work and were able to share some time together. Here's a look at some of that. Here we go.
This is an awesome Martin Luther King Day barbecue. Thanks, dude. Yeah, man. Hey, I was thinking, is it weird that we're having an MLK barbecue, but there's no... there's...
Yeah. Did you invite any,
No.
Should have. Do you know any,
Oh, yeah. I know tons of different...
Yeah, me too, man. Because I'm friends with, so many.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe we should call,
Oh,
yeah.
He's,
Yeah.
he's... Call him up. You know what? I'm gonna call him. Do it.
Wait. I don't want him to think we're calling him just because he's...
Oh. No, I'll handle it. I'll just play it. No, I'll just totally play it cool. So.
Hey, man.
Hey, what are you up to, dude?
Nothing, just grilling.
Cool. Okay. Hey, I was wondering if you would like to come over for a barbecue because today is...
What are you doing?
I'm sorry. No, I don't want you to think that I'm just calling and asking you because today is...
No.
You know, and you're... You know...
You're blowing it.
So,
Yeah, I know.
No, just calm down. Today is... Yes, it is, you know...
No.
You are a... Not a...
I know.
One of...
Let him respond.
There are a lot of people here, and I'm busy grilling. I don't think I'm gonna make it.
Yeah, no, that's cool, man. I'm... Okay.
But, thanks for asking.
No, thank you. Thank you for... being cool and stuff. You know, because you're just the coolest.
Get off the phone.
Later, dude. Okay, bye. Okay.
Listen, bottom line is, I think that shows that life is all about how you look at things, right? Everything's about perspective, and we create our own sort of issues. And I think we need to keep a positive outlook, look for solutions, and always try to find the path forward. Don't you agree?
Yeah, definitely.
We hope you found our clip segment informative. For more content, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and watch the full episode.